So Lovecraft's influence in horror as we know it is absolute. A lot of the alien movies too. So now, Lovecraft Country, black people. As soon as I seen it, we sat back and said, they're going to fuck this up. And we could sit there, wait till it happened. Okay, not this episode, wait till it happened. And it increasingly got better, actually. Most of the beginning was like, good to go. I would have loved to see season 2 because the black dude himself turned into the monster. Do y'all understand? This was probably one of the most dangerous scenes ever shown because the monster is what they're trying to keep sleeping in you through trying to make you fucking love rap and want to be nothing but a fucking rapper, college, radio, television, loving hip hop, all these video games, social media, all of these fucking distractions. Your phone bill is trying to keep that monster fucking sleep. To them, it's the monster because it represents their end. And Lovecraft says when Cthulhu rises, it's the end of humanity. But see what I broke down is something, an energy that sleeps within the soul. Cthulhu represents the sleeping soul in the form of the hypothalamus as the physical representation of it in the mind. And if you look at I show a picture of the hypothalamus in Cthulhu, who's an octopus. In fact, what the fuck am I doing? This is Cthulhu. We don't play that game. This is Cthulhu. We don't play that game here. Let me get that close. He's this winged octopus figure with that big ass head. Cthulhu. Let me tell you how powerful this shit is. And you still can find this right online today. In class, the almighty shaman from Brooklyn, I can't believe his name just left my head. What's my brother's name? He always called me a punk motherfucker. He said, your name is Hispanic. And this nigga's a badass shaman. Oh, fuck, why is his name like? But he just decided to take my class. Well, he had to do that shit, nigga. It's like he just wanted to, and he wanted to bring his son. All right, so we chilling. But me and him can't make no sense all through the class. So we just kept going, Cthulhu. And we was making up a language. Cthulhu. Yo, we did this shit. We was doing it all through class, but there was a step we did that shit for 5 fucking minutes. So much so I took that 5 minutes and just put it up. Call to Cthulhu. This shit is wow. And this is my word. The next class, I had to tell these niggas, I had a straight dead fish in my fish tank. We kept saying, after that day, that fish was swimming the fuck around again. One of them fish that sucked the bottom of the floor, one of them black motherfuckers that clean the tank fish. And, I documented it in the class, and I may have said something later on. But that chant is, you can find Call to Cthulhu Panic and see if you can find it. Powerful shit. So it represents the sleep in you. And in the Lovecraft, in the 8th or 9th episode, this nigga, or maybe it was the 10th, became one of the monsters. I'm like, this is going to be some fuckery. And that's why they're not going to let that lie. That's why they're tearing his ass up now. See, if anything might have triggered maybe the little memory, or even triggered a conversation like you're having right now because of Lovecraft Country, that's the war that you're in, that they have to stop. So later, when you see them destroying, they're just trying to destroy the black man. He was in Creed. He was blowing up. And look, not even connect. They waited. You're not even connecting Lovecraft Country. So you seen Lovecraft Country and they would shut them down. You've been like, why? Maybe I need to pay attention. So now you're just thinking because they put him in Ant-Man that his star he's with the muscle now. He's big dog. Now he's in Creed opposite that other idiotic guy. And boom, they get him. You just say, well, his star was rising there when Black Panther rise, blah, 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 but not connecting it to Lovecraft Country that they had to shut that guy down. Because and then remember, his father, who the guy who played his father in this movie, they killed, or he's dead too. But, you know, I wouldn't have been mad if they would have got him for playing Omar. Let's not forget. In that goddamn movie, and see, they didn't leave it without, and see, you know how they know they're playing in dangerous territory, the black people who made this? See, something like this with Lovecraft, they want to do, but they don't have a pathway to do it until Jordan Peele gave them a pathway to do it. By the time he got success with Get Out, and then Us backed it up, now they're saying your horror. Remember, they got some shit called Them on what's his name? He's doing the Twilight Zone on Prime. That's the show Them. Them was to attack you. If you have the stomach, you can watch it and see what I was talking about. They literally show them taking a black baby in a sack and either swinging it or beating it, killing it in the sack. They show this shit. They show them doing it. It's that white lady who with the fucked up crunchy face. They always get her to play poor white trash, and that's what she's doing. And then they move to Compton when it's new, and then the white people who lived in Compton who don't want them there. The whole movie's about racism until I can't even remember what it builds up to. It builds up to a point where black people, but they go through every goddamn degrading thing to make the point. And when they do that, it's not about the point. It's about all the degrading shit. And they connected it to Jordan Peele. I think he's the executive producer of some sort, but they connected it to him because they're trying to shut down the mode where he's going. We're now opening up another doorway, or Jordan Peele is at least, whether he's doing it out of consciousness or he's think it's more money, it's a potential doorway that did bring Lovecraft Country. That's the attack. They do not want you to understand these concepts. These concepts are who and what you are. That's why they go so hard at making you not understand the word occult. Occult just means hidden culture. It just means spirit, what you can't see, how the functionality of you, your mind, your spirit, your being. That's the invisible portion of you. How it works as a cultural system. How you interface with it. How you get things out. How you make changes. How you reformat. How you reprogram. All of these things are what they're trying to get you not to do in any way. Because all of the answers are actually in you. See, I don't bullshit you. That's what I've been saying. It's like, you gotta find this in you. You're not gonna find it in me. So that's why they're not really scared of people who they keep an eye on them, but they're not really scared of people who stand in front of you and talk to you and tell you truth, because you interpret it through your mind control and your religious upbringing. And if you have a religion is about conformity and mind control. It is not your story. A religion means to bind back. So you have to have something original first to bind back to. You're the original. Christianity comes out of Gnosticism. Gnosticism is the original. gospels. And Christianity is supposed to be binding you back to the original word. God, the Gnostic Bible is about this with many. The book of Mary, the book of Seth, and more than just Peter, Paul, and John, or whatever the fuck. This is book after book of Gnosticism. They were the Dead Sea Scroll or the Nag Hammadi Library, the Book of Thomas. That's the first one they released and tried to doctor it. People said, fuck that when it was discovered. Give it to us now. They couldn't hide it. It's a very different story about what they think of God. Now, as there's the Most High God, and I hate to say that because niggas say that stupid shit too and think it's something. But there's the true, which is us, pure, and then there's 8 levels underneath. I'm not gonna go through that whole story, but ultimately there's a false God or the creator God, the one that you call when the creator does this and the creator does it. The creator, if the creator created this, he's either really fucking mean to put you down here or really fucking incompetent. Take your pick. So the creator shit ain't your friend, and that's what Gnosticism teaches you. You get what I'm saying? So you got to understand. That's why you hear like, I am a jealous God. Why would you? Who are you jealous of if you're the only motherfucker ever, and you created everything under you? You know, he's jealous of your soul because it is above him. That's from the purity. That's what you are. And in the Gnostic story, after after this creation was, this embarrassment was created, mimicked terribly off of the real world, the Great Mother got involved and called down the true light, and that light was endowed in man, and that's when he became upright and conscious. Other than that, he's just another animal. He became upright and conscious. So y'all consciousness has landed here to go through, to actually go through conscious process, build pyramids, do all of the shit we was doing to fix this flaw. Those with a soul came to fix this flaw through our consciousness. We did it. And now we went to sleep saying, all right, now we're just waiting for the mothership to show up. Hey guys, it did. It was called Phage Lambda. That was it. It happened. So now we do have the vehicle. It's actually in your melanin now. That light this is a whole nother lecture. That light that I talked about, the Phage Lambda, is a bacteria formed during the COVID. So they had you in the house, had you social distance, washing it off. They was trying to do everything they could do because that light was the mothership. That was the swing down sweet chariot coming forth to carry me home. But you thought it was somebody going to just come in and open the door? Come on, niggas, we've been waiting. Good job. No, no. It's a light thing. And you can, so now, before we had to wait through the process of knowledge and death, now you're going to have the choice to go, or maybe it's just time for all of us to go. But this is what niggas have been subconsciously calling out for. Jesus has returned. You understand? Those concepts that we calling out that we think are going to be physical was this event. Beetlejuice. You understand? So, and like I said, How Did I Not Come Back? You can get more on that there. Or Judy K. King, who did a lot of decoding of the pyramid text, also wrote a book called Balls of Fire, but she did an hour lecture on YouTube, the only one I've seen, unless she's done more since I've looked, on that book, Balls of Fire, where you can hear about Phage Lambda directly from her, and if you hear from both of us, you'll get a more broader understanding of where she's coming from, and then you can make your own decisions. So Lovecraft country is that motherfucking joint, I believe. I believe it is that joint. Like I said, that one with them twins was fucking incredible. I actually was gonna watch it again recently. I'm glad somebody brought that up. The one with the woman, the mother. That's when they showed her in space, and they said you could do. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, I talked about it at the time. Everything I've ever said, Bobby perhaps too, about what happens when you die, what the concept is in your new quantum reality. Once you make a quantum leap, once you hit the cusp, sunlight comes down, you walk that beam, your DNA changes, you get your new Osirian body, you're in a quantum world. You're like in a blank slate, just a square. And anybody played any building games know. You put your house here, you did. You were making whatever reality with your mind, and that's what they said. They said, you can go anywhere, do anything with your fucking mind. I said, if this bitch says no, then I'ma say that's where they fucked it. I was up to like episode 9. They're gonna fuck this up, But they did, because why did they have to make the father gay and kiss the other dude? Unnecessary shit. You understand what I'm saying? But see, they do that because they feel that I thought they might have felt they would have get ostracized or get some attention that they didn't want. So they give you the status quo agenda, the gay agenda. Make a nigga kiss a nigga no matter what. No matter what show you watching now, some nigga gotta kiss a nigga, some chick gotta kiss a chick. Whatever, man. Like, okay, I don't really care. Like I don't care what men do with men or women do with women no more than I actually care what a man does with a woman. That ain't got none of this shit got nothing to do with me. I don't care. Live and let live. But you know, when you watching TV, you're saying these things are coming into your house, and you know it could be whatever. But no matter what you watch, this is coming into your house. It's not like I say, fuck it, let's turn on RuPaul in that fucking drag queen show. That's bringing it into your house. I don't care that they do that shit, but I'm not gonna see it. This is fucked up though. I had a cousin I ain't talked to for years, you know what I'm saying? And, I'm talking about like 25 years, he's out on the West Coast. So, we chopping it up, and it was good because he's really an older cousin, and my back went out. He was calling me every day. He was catching up, and support, and it was cool. But then nigga just started talking, and he must have took a Xan or some shit and started talking about how great this transvestite show was that he went to with his wife. Okay, I was hoping to get past that. And, the pageantry. I'm like, the pageantry? I said, yo, man, listen, man. I don't really care, what they do, but there's no fucking way Khadijah's taking me to any fucking transvestite show. Let's even say if I was like, I want to go, she would say, nigga, then you go, and when you go, take your fucking clothes and all the rest of that shit with you, nigga. She wouldn't even want her man sitting there. So I'm trying to, not be judgmental. He just kept going on, It's hard to say, it'll probably be another 25 years before we talk again. Like I said, I'm real free, live and let live, but, there's but so much of that you can take and tolerate. From New York City, if you didn't learn to tolerate it, you would lose your mind. So you learn to tolerate it, but now you can see they're overdoing it. And they're doing it because they're trying to, just like they did with conscious people and was trying to make them woke so they can control them. These silly gay people are doing the same thing. fighting with these rights and these civil rights. All they did become was Democrat, Republican, LBGTCV, and MNOP community. Imagine you get on someplace and miss a letter and it's trouble. You know what I'm saying? It's an imaginary power. And Dave Chappelle showed you that it's imaginary power. They tried to cancel him. He said, nigga, that's impossible. And you ain't heard shit yet. It's an imaginary thing. And and how it becomes powerful is because they keep showing you more and more homosexuality. So in your mind, you believe they're becoming more powerful because you see it more. That's mind control. You see, that's the gay agenda. But the gay agenda is not gay people. Well, they probably gay people. But because them politicians love fucking sitting on dicks behind everyone's back. So now, but the gay agenda is to implant them as a power base. So if you were watching 10% of gay people kissing on TV, now it's up to 30, 40. Every show you power. They got niggas making love. Fuck a kiss and holding hands. Niggas, I gotta forward that shit, to be quite honest. Niggas all chest, all rubbing, no Noxzema or nothing. That shit is not the hotness. And it's not really, and I know it's not homophobia because I don't care. I literally don't. For years, I don't care. I'm one of the first guys that tells gay people that spiritually nothing's wrong, and I'll say it right now. Spiritually, everything I've seen, you're not a man or woman when you die. You have no penis or genitals. Down here, socially, they got to deal with whatever they deal with. I think when I look at it, it's icky. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking icky. Women aside, unless they, like everybody else, too sexy. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Other than, and I went through all of that. I did all of that shit already. I don't even do that now. Khadijah's my ooh. So if Khadijah's my ooh, I don't really care. I literally just don't care. And since it doesn't offend me spiritually, I really don't care. And I'll tell that truth because it's what I see. You know what I'm saying? Is I've talked to many spirits over the years, easy. And I've seen Leroy. I talked to Leroy from Fame, Willie Ninja, and Sylvester in detail. And I had a gay cousin who told me a lot. You know what I'm saying? They sit at gateways the same way they stand in front of the club and go, you can get in, but you can't get in. They do this. I've seen, so they got power because androgyny is what we ultimately all are. Down here, we are in separation. So when they come together, it may bump heads, but we are actually one unit, male and female. So if they come out down here on some switching back and forth, they may have a bigger spiritual agenda that I don't understand or even care to understand. But physically, what they're doing, that in their lifestyle and what they're doing, what I see spiritually is one thing. That's not the gay agenda. The gay agenda is the power that be forcing them as another group because make them another group that is reacting or acting politics, then they can control them. These gay people are so relieved that they're being shown anywhere. They're not, the conscious gay people that I've interacted with, they know better. But the standard gay people, my sister is a lesbian, and it doesn't bother me. In fact, I started to think when she finally came out that she wanted me to be a little bit more bothered so we could have some sort of discussion. But I literally was like, okay, business as usual. And then later I asked her, well, I started asking, she said she always had the feelings. And I like cognitive dissonance like a motherfucker. When she was bringing me back, I was like, fuck, oh yeah, what the fuck? This one, that one, the other one. And, it was more surprise. If anything, I felt me and her were so bonded that that if she knew all these years and didn't tell me, but she was struggling with it like all. So when they see it on TV, they think the struggle is over. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it. I think I'm not gonna judge my sister, but I think she'll accept the gay agenda more because they feel like it's progress. They're freeing themselves, and that's what it's designed to look like. But it's actually trying to get straight people to see more and more of it, discuss and complain about it, and do all this because psychologically it says they're getting bigger, they're spreading, they have more power. When they feel they have this invisible power that they can cancel anybody, when in reality they don't, because Dave Chappelle just showed them they can't. And when he directed it to them head on, and then he showed talking about he met some transvestite. You got to stand up. He met some transvestite, and because he was already in beef with some transvestite thing, and when that transvestite came out in support, the transvestite community destroyed this person to where they killed themselves. And he went in, and the punchline was fucking magnificent. I was a Dave Chappelle fan before that goddamn show. That motherfucker was a genius day one. Watch him stand up before he was doing it. Always a genius. You know what I'm saying? He said, know why we don't fucking help the homeless? He said, because of Oscar the Grouch. He said, we just step over and he said, get it together, Grouch. And I said, yo, this nigga is hilarious. All right, so that agenda is what they're forcing on us. I don't know why we're so mad. But so in Lovecraft Country, they play it safe when, for no rhyme or no reason or absolutely unnecessary, they got the father being gay. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that'll kind of take a lot of humans out of the equation. But I think if the creators of that know what time it is, know what the story really means, and it's a good chance they do, because you'll see documentaries on Lovecraft. You got half the people saying he was an occultist, this shit is channels, and you got the other half saying, hell no, he said he wasn't an occultist, it's great writing. So if the people who created Lovecraft Country thinks it's just great writing, they may have just did the gay agenda. But if they know what time it is, if they did the gay agenda thing, if they're really telling the story that they're trying to tell to black people, then the people who know can look past it. Because I just said, ugh, but I kept with the movie. Some people who are human look at it, I'm not watching this. This is da-da-da, and that kind of thing. So that's the gay agenda. And like I said, if you're gay, and I do have a lot of gay followers, you know what I'm saying, don't fall into the agenda. You know, be whoever you are, you know what I'm saying, and feel free in doing it. Spiritually, nothing blocks you. That's always the question I get, and that's the question I still get. On MySpace, people will come to me with that. Like, Panic, you know, is there anything wrong spiritually? I said, I've never seen nothing. And then when I started channeling, I was like, not only have I never seen nothing, I've channeled gay people who are showing me power. There's nothing up there that judges you. Know that, step one. You are your own everything. And the only thing that gets you to the next level, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. That's it. Panrific, Mr. Murray. Panrific. All right, guys, come on, man. Make my day go bright. Cash App, $, Brother Pan. I do appreciate everything. I appreciate you guys sticking in. How many people we got on a Saturday night? What time? Oh, 8:16. We good for about 989 people. And, you know, so I'm going to keep with it. Ask me something else. Somebody asked me something. Boney Will, Pimpin' Boney Will, Pandola. Yeah, y'all know all the lines. We're going to talk that sass tonight. Complexities decoded to simplicities is the key. Yes, that's what's called breaking it down, Darius Mack. And that's a good point. When you hear someone taking information and putting bigger words to it, they're not breaking it down. They're trying to show you how smart they are. When you have a person, Malcolm X said this, if a person could explain something that like you're in the third grade, then you're in business. They took complex concepts and break it down to a simplicity. Like Mr. Max said. What was the woman in the UFO about in Lovecraft, McKinney? Well, I got to see it again to remember it. I knew I understood it at the time, but
the knowledge don't stop here. It circulates. If this unlocks up menu, don't just sit with it, build with it. We got more drops coming. Stay tapped in. Until next time, stay hidden.